Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Well, Nick Collier here, and I don't know, after about 2 weeks of waiting for this little piece of 8620 to show up, it finally showed up yesterday afternoon. We get to crank on it this morning, and hey, follow along. Let's see where we're going to go with this. Okay, we put a center hole in the end of that side there, and we're going to chuck this baby up and put it in the floating center on the other end of this. Crank it up, and we've got some angles to cut off of here. Let's see what we've got to do here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but we got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different diameters of the shaft, and then we got to build a little sleeve and drill a hole and put a bolt in that hole to hold the sleeve in place. So we will come back with that. First thing we want to do is put our quick change in place. First thing I want to do is put some gloves on. Oops, tighten that up. Loosen this. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Okay, I think I want to take a measurement just to make sure, because it was chattering awfully loud. 7.875 is our total height. Eight. Well, we're a little low. We're at 800. All right, so let's screw this thing down a little bit. Now we're at 850. Not much more. Too high. All right, 875. Okay, so what we're going to do is reverse this and put our shoulders large, smaller, smallest. So we're just going to crank this up, and we're going to take this down to 9.835. Let's put you in a different position. Okay, that's better. Now we're going to take this down to 9.835. We're sitting at 1 1/4 right now, so we got a good amount to go. And all right, so we're sitting at 125. So we've got another 25, 9.8, 83. So let's get a more accurate measurement, because this is going to be the last cut. So let's let this cool off for a while. We're going to get a really tight measurement, and we'll be back. Okay, we're down to 1 inch exactly, and we need to go to 9.835. So 17 thousandths more, which is a very small amount, and I don't like the surface here. So I'm going to attempt to change out my, and the bit looks fine. I'm going to change out to a bit that's got maybe just a little bit more action to it. Now I know this is 8620, and it's going to burn out a high-speed bit pretty quickly, but we're taking, we're going to be taking 5 thousandths here. If I can get a nice clean surface, you know what, before I do that, let's just sharpen this up a little bit just to make sure we've got all we can do. Yeah, we got just a little bit of gunge on that. I'm going to take it over and do a little trimming up of that, and I'll be back. Much cleaner, much cleaner. Okay, let's get down below the shaft here to get this size right. So what I'm going to do is just keep measuring and keep going in and out until I get to the right size and then finish the cut. So at this point, take a measurement, and we are 2 thousandths under, so we got plenty of room. Let's go ahead and take another. We're going to take another 4. See what that gets us. So we're at 13 under, 14 under. And we need to go to 17. And that cut's looking really good. Let me get some more oil on this. The other thing I want to do is make sure that we've got a consistent surface. I mean, I know we had a consistent surface. We're looking at 1 inch 5 thousandths, and yes, we're not a consistent surface. 1 inch. So we're 5 thousandths. So we need to go that way 5 thousandths. We're going to put a gauge on the lathe. Okay, our next size is 789 from here over. So, let's get that started. Alright, we're at 810 or so. I'm going to take a cleanup cut here, and then we'll come back in. Okay, we've tried several bits, and we've come up with this square cut bit here. Seems like it's working pretty well, at least so far, and we're getting a nice smooth cut. So we're going to take that right up to the end, and I'm guessing that we're probably within 5 thousandths of where we want to be. Alright, let's let's see what we got here. Oh, that's right. This end didn't quite get cut, so we will come back in and let's just do a fast. Yeah, put the center back in and just kiss it with a file a little bit. Let's try that again. Probably turn that off. All right, well, we still got some just a little bit more. I mean, it's almost there. What was our measurement? Oh, actually, the rod's pretty hot, so maybe we'll let it cool off a little bit. We're at 793 now. $798. Okay, and we want to be at 789, so we've got 10 to go. Let's go ahead and take a bit of that. We'll take 5 of it. Okay. See what we come up with. It's there. Fairly good fit. I think we're just going to call it a day. And if we need to, we can come in and sand it or something like that if it's a little bit too snug. Like right in here, just a bit. Ah, boy, but it sure fits good there. So just, in fact, we were a bit snug, but it looks like it's broken free. So that's good. We've got what we want. All right. So from here to here, we want 5 1/4. And let's square that up just a little bit. so 5 1/4 is going to take us to right about there. Okay, and 5 1/4. Five to 50, right in there somewhere. And then we're going to take this little edge down here down to 3/4, but we can't do it with this big square bit because it's just too wide. So let's see what else we can work with. This one's probably going to work pretty well, except it's got a pretty heavily rounded shaft on it. Now, is that going to make a difference? Okay, we've got our 3 diameters set. We need to come in and cut off this end here, and we're going to leave just a little bit of a shoulder there, and then we need to come in and drill a hole in the center of this and thread it so that we can put a bolt in and hold the sleeve that we're going to put on top of that shaft there. So, but at this point, I think everything is set to go, and we can pretty much disassemble this or take it out of the chuck. Let's do that. We're going to slide this all the way back to here. And then we'll come in and drill our hole and tap it. Well, I'm thinking of maybe a 1/2 inch hole. I'm going to go find a bolt and I'll be back. Okay, so we got our hole drilled. Now we're going to run a tap in and get it started with the lathe at least. There we go. That's good enough by me. Take it out of the chuck. Take our shaft out of the chuck. Alright, let's get that out of the way. And all we got to do is just finish off tapping that. We'll be right back. Alright, so we cut the excess plug off, about 2 or 3 inches of it. We've got a rough edge there. We want to come in and just round that off a little bit and square it. So we're just going to come in and do just a slight radius. Yeah, we got a little bit there. I think what I want to do, I'm just going to come in with the point of this real quick like and get that excess all cleaned up. just so we know where we got to go in order to get it round. How are we doing now? We got one little bare spot there. A little bit more. Yeah, I heard at that time it's running smooth now. All right, got one little nib sticking up, but I think we're going to just live with that and file it off. Okay, come back around, come back in, and we'll just create a little bit of a radius there. Just to make it look pretty. I think that's about it. Okay, so we've got our shaft. Now we have to come in and put a keyway slot in the whole length of this, and then also a short keyway slot in this part here for the wheel. But for right now, let's go try it out and see if it's going to fit. All right, let's give it a try. This goes in here. It slides through the bearing, which it's not doing. Okay, why is it not sliding through the bearing? If we got a little rise in there, oh, we do have a rise. All right, so we just got to file that down just a little bit. Maybe I could just take it over on the grinder. Let's see how that's going to go. I think we're still too big. All right, well, we got to take it down further, but we can test it in the wheel itself. That's the other test. I'll go get it. Can you see it? Let's see. Yes, you can. So this goes in here, and that goes in the wheel nice and smooth. A little bit of a bind right there, but not much. I want it to be a slip fit because we want to be able to pull this thing off and flop the wheel off. So that's good. But someplace along in here, and maybe it's in the hub itself. Yep, it is right there. Right at the outside edge there. You got a little something sitting up. There it is. Well, we'll get that later. Okay, be back.